Welcome back, students, to your online teaching and learning at Sheikh Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College. Students, in today's class, we shall be doing the remaining part of the poem. Please listen. Standard 9th, Lesson 4.1. In the first part, we saw the child is requesting us to listen to him. The child wants to say that advice is cheap. Even in the newspaper column, the advice is seen to be cheaper. It hardly takes any sense. So the child is trying to request us that it is very important to listen before you speaking. The child even wants to highlight that by not listening, the person who is trying to advise is trying to crush the feelings or the ideas of the child. And the child is helpless because he is not able to think by his own. He starts getting flattering, but that does not mean he is helpless. It's only that he requests us is to listen. So moving ahead in the next part of the poem, but when you accept as a simple fact that I feel what I feel, no matter how irrational, then I can stop trying to convince you and get about this business of understanding what's behind this irrational feeling. And when that's clear, the answers are obvious and I don't need advice. Now, the next part, we are trying to see what the poet is trying to tell us. Let's see. But when you accept as a simple fact that I feel what I feel, no matter how irrational, irrational is not logical or reasonable, not valid, invalid kind of, then I can stop trying to convince you and get about this business of understanding what's behind this irrational feeling. But the poet is trying to convince you now, maybe if I feel what I feel is correct, and that is what your answer is. It means I'm trying to understand what's behind this not logical things or these feelings. I will be able to understand what I feel is true and why am I thinking or what is the reason behind this. Even I will be able to understand. That's what the poet is trying to tell us. He even says, and when that's clear, the answers are obvious and I don't need advice. He says when he is obvious easily, obvious means, or understood or certain. He says when the answers are correct as to what I think and what you wanted to advise me are same, it means I don't need an advice. Sometimes it happens when you don't need advice, also your parents keep on giving advice. When you already know that's right for you. When you already know that is good for you also. Still your parents add up to that same thing and they repeat the same things again. You don't need it. So you know what is good for you. So that is why the poet is trying to tell us, listen to the person, let the person also speak and advise and give advice to you or answer to the advice what you expected from the child. It applies to you also as a student. Even when your siblings, your small brother, your small sister, or any of your elderly brother, sister, when they try to speak or they try to share problems, it is your duty to listen to the problem completely and ask them what they feel. If they feel what you feel, it means they don't need your advice. Moving ahead, irrational feelings make sense when we understand what's behind them. Perhaps that's why prayer works sometimes. For some people, because God is mute and He doesn't give advice or try to fix things. Now, in the next part, what we're seeing is irrational feelings make sense. The not logic or the illogical feelings make sense when we understand what's behind them. When you clearly understand the root cause of your problem, you are trying to figure out and you are trying to understand the trouble what you're facing and the solutions to the problem also. So that is why he's saying perhaps that is why prayer works sometimes. Sometimes you have your friends also telling to you that God listens to my prayer. God does what I want to do because God knows what is good for you. Some people say God listens to the prayer, and that is because God is mute. Mute, it means God is not speaking anything. God is completely silent and quiet. And He doesn't give advice or try to fix things. God is not trying to fix things. He is not trying to advise you. He is just wanting to listen to you and making you a habit or allowing you to think over the solution which you need and which is essential for you. So, what we try to understand, he says here is, he says that irrational feelings make sense only when one understands the reason behind them. He guesses that there is perhaps why this is why perhaps prayers works. Sometimes for some people, because God is silent. He doesn't give advice or try to fix things. God just listens silently and lets the person find his own answers. That is what this part of the poem says. God is quiet because of that reason. God never answers to your questions. You ask a lot of questions to God. Why? But there is no answer to that why. Because He wants you to think. What is the answer behind that why? He wants you to search for that answer. He wants to make you prepare for the difficult times what you will face on your own. Moving ahead, God just listens and lets you work it out for yourself. So please listen and just hear me. And if you want to talk, wait a minute for your turn and I will listen to you. The poet is very clear in his words in this part, in the end of the poem. The poet is simply trying to tell that God just listens and works, lets you work. He does not stop you for your good cause or for your bad cause. He just allows you to do what you want to do. And that is why from your mistakes you learn a lot and you don't repeat those mistakes, isn't it, students? When you repeat the same mistake, it means you were listening to someone and doing that mistake. And you purposely repeating the mistake. But when the problem is solved by yourself, you learn a lot from your mistakes, isn't it? So he just wants to tell you is please listen and just hear me. He even pleads to us, he says, even if you want to talk, you want to stop me from listening, you have to wait a minute. You have to wait for your turn, and I will listen to you. The poet just wants to tell his parents and all his well wishers that whenever you want to speak, when I'm trying to tell you something, you have to just wait for a minute and wait for your turn. Then, when I give you to speak, you can tell me and I'm ready to hear you. So, lastly, what we understand is the poet finally requests people again to just listen to him, to just hear him out. He says that if the listener wants to talk, he should wait a minute for his turn and then the poet will listen to him. So, that is about the request the poet is trying to give us. I hope this message is clear to you from the poem that listening is a skill and we all need to understand and keep patience for the person to speak. And it's our duty also to listen concentratingly to the person. So let's understand the summary of the poem. The poet is asking us to listen to what others have to tell us and instead not to destroy their feelings. He tells us not to go around giving advice to others. Many a times we may feel discouraged or hesitate, but not helpless. We may get irrational feelings at times, but we can still cope up with them and solve our own problems. Irrational feelings make sense only when one understands the reason behind them. We don't require ready made solutions, but just need caring ears to listen to our problems. The poet suggests us that sometimes prayer works for some people because God is silent, or just listens silently to the prayers and lets the person find his own answers. The poet finally requests people to just listen to him. He says that if the listener wants to talk, he should wait a minute for his turn and then the poet will listen to him. So, this is what the summary is all about. What we heard in the poem is just read before you. So, by this poem, we realize the importance of listening is very essential in order to gain knowledge from others too. So, here are a few tips to be a good active listener, and one must go through it. So, we begin with the first left hand side. To be a good listener, you have to make an eye contact. You have to face the speaker. You have to nod your head. As when you understand the person what is speaking, you have to also nod and say, yes, I understand. Wait for the speaker to stop before speaking. Repeat back what you heard. Now, what you heard, you also have to repeat back. Keep hands and feet still. By keeping your hands and feet still, it means you are concentrating on what the speaker is speaking. If you shake your hands and distract yourself, it means you hardly want to hear or you have hardly heard the person, isn't it? Then focus on what is being said. Now, what the topic is being spoken by the speaker, hear it carefully and focus on it. Tell the speaker if you understand or don't understand. Because when you're concentrating on something, you will really understand if there is any trouble in understanding what was being said. Also, ask questions. If you haven't understood certain things, you can even ask questions. And lastly, ignore all distractions. This is what we all need. Students, even you need distractions to be ignored. That is what the message is also being told to you loud and clear, that listening is a skill, and for that you have to ignore all the distractions. And lastly, it is very well quoted by Dalai Lama, which means, which says, when you talk, you are only repeating but you know what you know, but when you listen, you may learn something new. It's very truly said by Dalai Lama, which means the more you listen, the more knowledge you gain. Yes, students? The more you listen to someone, the more knowledge you gain. If you keep on speaking what you know, you hardly have learned from the person, and there is no use of you listening to the person who is well qualified for you to give you any question answer. Time for some assessment. Put the following expressions in a table of do's and don'ts as expressed by the poet. So if you see in the do's column, you can have the first word please listen. You can also have just hear me. Also have accept as a simple fact, and also have the word wait a minute. Similarly, for don'ts, what you can have is give me advice, don't give me advice, don't tell me why, don't solve my problem, and don't contribute to my fear. So this is the part what we do from the do's and don'ts table. Write in your own words, what does the listener do when the people ask him to listen? Just listen. Give 3 points. What does the listener do exactly? Then why does the poet remark that advice is cheap? Why is that highlighted that advice is cheap? Which two facts show that the poet is confident of overcoming his irrational feelings? There are two facts also spoken in the poem. Go back to the poem and put down those words in your own language, own words. According to poets, how does God help people? When they pray to Him for help. Simple words are used in the poem. You may refer and rewrite the answer in your own words. Why should one learn to tackle one's problems by one's own self? Why should learn? Why is it important to learn you to tackle your own problems by yourself? It's a simple personal response answer where you have to give your personal review as to why one should learn to tackle one's problem. That is what God is teaching us, isn't it? Why should seniors not overprotect or over pamper juniors? It's a simple answer. That is because you have to learn to solve your own problems. That is why it is very important not to protect the juniors by the seniors. There also you can add up your own words. Find out and write down some proverbs, axioms, quotations that convey a message similar to self-help is the best help. I hope the lesson was clear to you and gave you a good message and also helped you in understanding the importance of listening. Thank you.